National Director of the Ambulance Service, Dr. Ahmed Zakaria, has defended the 600 CD officers of the service. I beg your pardon, I'll tell that story again. A reminder, you're watching News 360 live from our news hub here at Desawe in Kanda, Accra. I'll take the story again. Now, the National Director of the Ambulance Service, Dr. Ahmed Zakaria, has defended the 600 million CD officers of the service demanded from a 31-year-old woman in Fijaya who required an emergency transfer to Accra after childbirth complications. Parliament's Health Committee is investigating the circumstances leading to her death at the Holy Family Catholic Hospital last year in Takoradi.
Because it was around the festivities, and also, during that time, we still were in the COVID era where there were a lot of activities at the station level. We were told they had exhausted their fuel. And a communication went to the hospital that they didn't have enough fuel, and therefore they would need 600 CD support of fuel. According to the crew, they were sure that they could move because the hospital was going to arrange that, either directly or indirectly with the family of the disease, of the patient for that matter. So the understanding was that they would drive to the hospital and be able to get the fuel support. When they got there, they picked the patients, and the impression was that the husband of the patient was the one who was going to provide the fuel support. They left the hospital, so with the understanding that they would pick the husband who was ready to provide the fuel support. They arrived at the hospital, at the point of picking of the patient's husband, and then they discovered that he did not have the 600 to be able to fuel the car. And they had gotten themselves in a situation where they did not really have the fuel to be able to travel all the way to Accra. So when they asked the husband, he had 150 with him, but they realized that that was not going to be enough. They needed what will be able to get them back to the hospital. Now, Mr. Chairman, if we just go straight and we are talking about 600 Ghana cedis, definitely will not be doing justice to this particular case, because from the pre-hospital perspective, anytime there is a mortality, you have to always go behind the scenes and find out what was really the issue. Was it really the issue of the money that caused the delay and, for that matter, death of the patient? Or it was aggravating factors that really brought about the patient's condition, more especially if it is a young lady who doesn't have any comorbidities and doesn't have any underlying conditions. Then it becomes more curious. And because we don't want to be playing referee, we normally don't take up these investigations